Good morning, Roy. Good morning, everybody else on a busy Wednesday morning.
Busy, busy. Good morning. Good
We just
morning.
had U.S. S&P Services PMI came out 53.7. Forecast was 52.3. Previous 52.3.
Good
The
data.
final actual is 53. Forecast 52.1. Previous 52.1. You had the Bank of Canada's rate decision just came out. They're holding rates at 2.75%. You have Putin fixing to speak, and from what I just saw, and it must be important because they're going to stream it live on Financial Juice. So if you want to watch it, so I'm saying there might possibly could be some ceasefire talk there. Maybe is what I'm thinking.
No way. No
They're
way.
thinking it's important. I'm not saying there's going to be a ceasefire. I'm just saying there might be some ceasefire talks.
Nah, he's gotta talk tough. He's gonna talk tough, I think. He
Okay,
wants the US and the UK to respond to the Ukrainian attack.
I'm gonna tell you, it's getting to the point. Somebody's gonna have to do something.
So interesting nugget on this. Now we got 42 viewers, so we'll go straight into controversy.
Let's do it.
So I didn't know this, but um, part of the nuclear agreement is to have those bombers visible on the tarmac at all times.
Oh, okay.
So people are wondering why were the planes just left out of it? That's actually a part of the nuclear agreement. So Russia, honored that portion of the nuclear agreement between all the nations, and that is what got bombed. So that is the kind of
Oh,
spice. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
So that creates a bit of a contentious moment between everybody because now what do you do with that?
You got to come out against Ukraine on that, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, it does. I mean, by the letter of the law, right? Which I mean has been bent a lot during a lot of different topics, but it did.
one thing to keep in mind: Ukraine is not a NATO member.
Right. So, and that's what makes it a little more tricky, is they don't really have to honor NATO rules because they weren't a part of that agreement. So
Yeah,
it's a hard
they
one. It's a hard one.
they want to be a part of that. So
Yeah,
you better look. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a fan of Zelensky.
yeah,
I think he wants this war to keep going because I think he is making a ton of money off this war. Uh, First of all, that's my first thoughts on him. I don't think he wants peace. I think he's enjoying this. I mean, he's become so rich over this period of time by war. I mean, you look at a lot of countries, their leaders get rich off war, right? America's done it in the past, right? That's politicians make a ton of money when we're at war. Why? Because they're investing in war, or
yeah,
they're taking land like oil, right?
right.
Uh, now this goes back to the Dick Cheney stuff, where I think he was the leader of making sure that Bush was getting misinformation. I still think Bush was a. I don't think Bush would have done it if he knew exactly what was going on there. I think that he was. I watched a documentary the other day, kind of dove in that a little bit,
Hmm.
and there was a guy that was he was a general in the army. Now, he wasn't the general in the army. He was like a one-star general, and he was privy to a lot of the information that was coming through. And he said a lot of the information they were getting was seemed to be accurate information. That was only way you could find out was to go in and do what you did, but that it was given on false pretense. That they knew it wasn't there, but they knew that Bush would love to retaliate against Iraq because of his father and all that stuff that went on with Iraq with his dad. And they kind of pushed in that way. And then, of course, the Cheney corporations and friends came in and swooped up all that oil land.
Hmm.
Uh, I think Bush had the right thing at heart, but he was just he had some bad people around him that gave
Yeah,
him bad information.
I think that's a definitely a case of trusting your advisors too much, believing
Yeah,
that they have.
Well, I mean, you got to think though, if everybody's telling you the same thing, you believe it to be true, right? And everybody was telling the same thing. Hey, this is what we're seeing. This is what we know is there. Blah blah blah. When in fact they knew they were giving them false information. I think there could have been some crimes against some people with that, and I think Cheney's the leading one. I mean, how rich did Cheney get off? More rich did Cheney get out of this, right?
Yeah, yeah. His ties to Halliburton and setting up.
Yeah. Yeah. So
all the money, right? That's what they say. Yeah. All the money.
Yeah. Now they popped it back up. Putin is speaking.
Dropping a little here. Oh, you must have said something.
CBD came back to 1400 is coming back some. They're not updating anything. You got Russian foreign minister has been speaking. All means negotiations should be used to achieve goals. Oh, Canadian swap sees 46% chance of July rate cut. Okay, we don't care about Canada.
Sorry, got data. Well, the Canada interest rate would have caused a lot more drama had they cut a little. That would have.
Yes. I think that's why we started going up, because they did hold steady. So, but now you're seeing that they're 46% rate cut in July possibility. That's actually pretty. That's a lot stronger than it has been. So,
we got data in 7 minutes. So anybody trying to sneak in a trade, be cautious. We're not out of the woods yet on data.
Yeah, I would say if you are getting it out, don't hold it. Take your couple points if you can get it and be happy with it. I'm personally not going to touch anything. I know a lot of times y'all see me moving my mouse over here or looking over here like I'm getting a trade. No, I'm not getting into a trade right now. So
I may be quiet at random periods. I'm trying to get my take profit trader account sorted out.
Are they talking to you?
No, just monitoring it always.
Just
got my top step stuff going right now. Not in any trade, but just we got a lot to talk about today. We're trying to get through some of the data, but you got Trump's tariff deadline today. Whatever that means. That means an email has to be sent by the country to avoid the reciprocal tariff. But not sure the process there. My guess is you're going to get this big announcement of, we had 97 countries send us deals, so we're going to be looking through those deals now.
I don't know if you saw him over the weekend, but he was talking about we're working with India, Japan, Pakistan. Like, he named off some countries they're working with pretty closely. So
yeah,
that will be. I would look for it's going to be a big number, like Roy said, 97 or something, and then it's going to be like, hey, great negotiation with Japan, India. Those are the two biggest ones, really, besides China.
Yeah. And obviously, they're probably closest to the UK, so that one may sneak in there as well.
Yeah, the UK, yeah, because they're talking. That's the early stuff coming out was all UK stuff. So if you see smoke, usually there's fire to come right after.
Yeah. So
I had a very, very great trend day yesterday.
Oh man,
just look at that trend up. I kicked myself a little for not holding at least one runner. And looking back, like, my gosh, why did I hold one runner?
Yeah. Well, we were getting off the stream right about the time it was percolating. Yeah, and it just really never gave you that pullback. I mean, that is.
Yeah. You say that, right? We say it never really gave us that pullback. Let's look back. Let me look at yesterday's 1 minute chart. At 9 a.m., it gave a bunch of short signals, but at 9 a.m., it gave a really good long signal. That would have been the perfect place to go long. Then it gave another one at 10:39, 10:37. That would have been a good one. Now, you have to ignore all the other stuff, right? But those long signals, and it actually gave one at 2:52 right before it closed. That would have got you 37 to 55, 18 points. So, like I said, you have to ignore some of the other stuff. That's the 1 minute. For some reason, I've got a lot of stuff on the down 5 minute this time. So yesterday, the 5 minute gave us a long at 11.15. Wow, it gave us a short at 12.25, and there's 87. It came down to 68, almost 20 points. So, okay. You gotta love that. Let's look at the 10-minute. 10-minute gives anything yesterday. They gave us that same long short that would have got closed out on the 10 if we took it on the 5, would have paid. And then the 15-minute really gave us nothing until right there at the end.
Yeah.
So, but still,
Data
you
in
keep
3
the
minutes.
same and you take all these trades, it's net positive is the thing we got to remember, right?
Right. Did approach some gamma here. There's not a lot of green gamma around here. Even though ES is near 6,000, SPX still has about 17 points to go to 6,000. So keep those in mind. You could get an ES pop and then it hold above it. So just
Yeah, I did see your buddy figuring out money say SPX 6,000 insights.
yeah.
So
I'm gonna do something real quick. It's driving my OCD crazy. I gotta switch us on this view because we're switched. Oh no, we're good. We're good. I was saying on my view, I thought I was first and you were second. No.
okay. I was trying to figure out what the hell you were talking about there.
I was speaking in very short fragments.
Oh, look how spy tide changed so much. Remember why it started out?
Yeah, yeah. Super bullish and then yank.
Ooh. It's a shocker right there in holdings.
Gold just went.
Ooh, it's coming
Gold
down.
gold just went green. TLT is green. TNX is still red, slightly red. Dixie's red. VIX is flat. So
I told Roy we're going to play a couple of things I want to look for. One, I want to look for this 6,000 level, right? If we break 6,000, it's funny how, too, my midway point in this zone is 6,000. We know how that midway point works a lot. We're going to take this 6,000 as a zone trade. So if it was to break above, they come back and retest and hold, we would actually probably look to go long there. And then by accident, I put this. I put this on here not by accident on purpose, but this lines up right with the Mancini level. So we watch this. If we get a failed breakdown here, it would actually be a good sign for us. But I don't know if we get back there. It's going to take some data to get us there. The U.S. said to refuse air cover for Europe force in post-war Ukraine. Okay.
definition of barcoding here on the 5 minute. Look at these candles. Green, red, green, red, green. So
Ford says that rare earth supplies continue to be an issue. Okay, Ford. Really, we got just sit here and wait. We are a little range bound here, so if you are a range bound trader, you see your spots. Just be careful if you do that, because this thing could actually change on you really quick, and you don't want to take a chance on doing anything that can blow your account up. I just updated my tide over there. Wow, these damn spy tide. You got your volume turning down. Look, we are a ways from zero.
Whoa.
U.S. Service actually came out 49.9, forecast 52. Service new orders actually 46.4, forecast 51.6. Big miss. This is why you
avoid data.
I had to get an alert down here. Y'all couldn't see it. MES has moved to open status. I guess it messed Top Step X up for a second with that drop. Wow, so came right down to yesterday's settlement. Hell, though, didn't it? The settlement and the 200. Let's see. This is CVD went from positive 2,000 to 200. Right now, they go negative for a second and then came back up. I am really shocked how they are buying this thing right back up.
CVD. What's CVD's numbers?
200.
You got a pillow of support here at 59.75 SPX, which is about 4 points down. Huge red gamma way below at 59.50, which is ways down. So I would have liked that to go down to your 59. Let's switch back to your chart and see.
Well,
59.75 level like you had.
I got 74 there. That was the bottom of this. Yeah, I was wanting to see something down here. And that would have been definitely a great fake breakdown, but CVD is back to you right at 1,000 now.
They have bought this thing up. My gracious.
Yeah, so my advice to everybody is let this market settle down for a second. You got a lot of volatility popping in and out. They bought it, but are they going to push it right back down? My gosh, you got some big red bubbles coming in on. Well, you did. Now they're turned back green. Interesting look here. CVD went from 1,000 back to 500 there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to get a bigger overall picture of where we're looking at. Whoa. 59.75 is the only triple-digit orders you have on the books. To the low side. Everything else is to the upside. 6,900, you got 192. 60.10, you got 129. This thing could work right back down. This could be short-lived. This could be a kind of a stop-loss raid back up. You had one down. Do you have one back up to push it back down? That's the question. This is why we let this thing settle, because as strong as this candle was looking a minute ago,
yeah,
they are pushing this thing back down. And where did my damn volume go on this? I mean, luckily I got volume on other charts. It didn't really matter, but really annoying.
it's at the orb low right now. Breaks under that. We're looking at what about the 200 would be the spot to really push it down. You're approaching that support at SPX level.
I'm looking at the ADX on all these different time frames, which gives you a different view. I think it's probably gonna be like most things. The bigger the time frame, for here, for some reason, it all lost here. I don't know why. I don't know if I can even get it back. We'll see. I had them in favorites, and there it is. Oh, it's back. Okay, all right. Everything's back now. I just had to wake it up.
What's CVD at?
Gosh. Do what?
What's CVD at?
0. Negative 50. So it's leaning toward the short side right this second, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is telling me short, right? Volume tanked, all that. Look at your holdings, though. Look at the volume in your holdings. Look at your volume on your general market tide. Everything is suggesting shorts. So it probably would not be a bad idea to try to scout maybe a short there. I don't know. Oh, I see what it did there. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I did take a short here on Take Profit Trader. Just trying to get $100 in the bank. If we can, we're up a little. We took it right there at view up. So I need about 82.50. to hit, and then they get me out of this, and we'll have one in the bank for $100, but it's just kind of bouncing here. This was not probably the safest play in the world, but I got tired of saying stuff and it happens and I'm not in it, so I decided to go and take it when I said it. So, and
Breaking,
there it is, $100 in that one. So
breaking through. Yeah, we broke through that green gamma. Just has a little bit below us to could stall it, but this thing wants to really boogie down. It can do it. Now we are on high alert now for failed breakdowns. So if you are in a short,
I want to see it. I'm with you though. I want to see it test that 74 level to get a failed breakdown.
Yeah. So I am also in a short. I'm keeping I've moved my take profit. Oh, we just took it. I had a stop right where you had your sell. Probably shouldn't have had it that tight.
But you got a green. Did you get a green or did?
Yeah. No, I'm green. Green.
You got orders sitting at 75 now, but you got orders sitting right here at 80. It's got to break through. If you can break those orders at 80, we should definitely see 75, then possibly 70. But this 80 level they're throwing orders there. Here we go. We're finna test it right now. We're bouncing right above it. There we go. We're testing it. We're going to eat them up. Oh, they ate them all up. Yep, here we go. Go to 75.
Oh, Monty, what are we doing?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the short. I just need 77. I'm not taking it here. I'm focused over here real quick. But, I just need 70. Come on, you're right there. You're a tick away from it, and there's another $100. So
boom. Good job.
I can rest a little for a second. I am with Roy. This is where I want to see the failed breakdown. So if it comes below the 75, anywhere in this zone, anywhere within 74, let's say anywhere within 10 points down.
Yeah.
And if it moves back up, we could see it back. I don't know, Roy. CBD is now negative 2,300.
Tide is gross.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at holdings. Yeah. Look at SPY now. I mean, but look, we are seeing a little turn in volume.
Yeah.
Be careful. Don't you love it when you get a couple $100 trades in the book real quick? And I'm trying to be smarter on take profit trader, guys. So I'm taking $100 here, $100 there. If I see another couple of trades, I take them. If I don't, I'm $100 up in both two accounts over there. So
did get a 3-candle reversal. Not really shocking on the 15-minute chart. It's a big boy. So
yeah, well,
what I would be looking for is a 1-minute 3-candle reversal to the upside. That's what I would be looking for.
Mine's got 5 minutes to it. Mine has not closed yet. It's got to close before it gives a signal for mine. You must be using the one you came up with.
Yeah, very.
Which is a good one. Yeah, I'm using the one I came up with. So we're seeing which one was the best one, right?
One is Chick-fil-A, one is Zaxby's. We did get a reversal on the 1 minute. But you are just approaching the 8 here. I would be cautious with that one
right now. Yeah. Mine just gave the signal for the one that closed, and
I mean that 1 minute candle can't put a lot of weight into it. But if you look at the wicks on the 10 and the 5 and the 15.
Well, you see that on the 1. And you see, crazy thing is, you see a hell of a wick about 10 minutes ago on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah.
When you see a wick like that on the 1 minute chart, that has some boogie to it.
Yeah. And it could come right back down here. So just be cautious. This is not any sort of indicator. We really want to see is it to break back above VWAP and hold.
CBD went back up to negative 700, negative 600. So it is getting a little mojo here. Look at your tide. Yep. Volume turned green. Price moving up. It's crazy how just one little thing we got to look at, right?
Yeah,
And of
I
course,
mean,
there's confluence. And look, here's the deal. So this is the trend
wow.
indicator for 5 minute. It's showing 23 right now. I would say, I mean, you look, the overall trend is up.
Mhm.
So you got to keep that in mind. You look at the 1 minute, the overall trend is it's at the ADX is at almost 40. 5 minute 23.31. The same here. The 10 minute is showing 28.82. And then the 15 minute is showing 26.74. So they're all showing that it's pretty still a strong trend.
Boy, I bet some people got caught there at that bottom.
Absolutely. Well, oh, I didn't catch it that time. I tried to pause it. I mean, mute my mic. I caught one of the sneezes, missed two. That's how that works, right?
Ugly candle on the 5 minute here.
Yeah, CVD just went back to negative 1,000. Let's look at flow. Look at your volume. Turning back down. Price is going down. That's pretty easy to see. Your ADX is actually going up. Excuse me, guys. I'm allergic to money, I guess.
Hey, keep sneezing. 59.85. We're looking at Periscope. I'm going to flip over there. That green bar here, that it's just kind of been a little bit of support. Got under it, came right back. You got a little bit of red gamma if it wants to catch it and keep pushing up. But I got a feeling you may linger a little bit here. So just can't really pick a direction right now.
Yeah, I would lean to the short side just because I think all the data. Oh, Putin. I doubt the possibility of summit with Ukraine and ceasefire and the latest attacks. Okay.
Yeah.
So I told you there's going to be some ceasefire talk, which is negative. I don't see any ceasefire talk coming. So there you go. Fitch Ratings, U.S. tariff tensions may moderately affect commercial aerospace, where supply chains and global and intertwined. Okay. Nobody cares about you. Now we just need Moody to come out and say the same thing.
Right. Gold green, VIX green, TNX still slightly red. Actually red quite a bit.
So you got to watch that for this.
TNX actually down 1.7%, down to 4.38, which is a pretty significant drop from where it has been, flirting with those 4.5s. But again, you're getting kind of grindy action here. The market is deciding where it wants to go right now, so no need to rush it. It'll tell you.
CVD is now negative 500. So it's telling me here that you don't really have anybody new coming in. You don't have anybody new going out. It's just kind of like Roy said, just here. It's funny. We talked about it, right? I said 75 was the level. Mm-hmm. Well, 74.25 is pretty damn close to 75 in my book. What do y'all think?
That's pretty good for government work.
I mean, that's pretty good as long as you're not an engineer.
Yeah.
It sucks if you're an engineer. That means you're way off. But us, we're close. You got Lutnick speaking. The 232 probes are reviving manufacturing in the U.S. We're improving chip commitments to more than $300 billion. Besant to testify before House panel on June 11th. Okay, that's something to watch.
Next week.
Let's do this. That damn 1 minute long.
Mm-hmm.
That son of a gun, ain't it? I mean, the damn 1 minute chart. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have funked that? All right. Who'd have funked that? CVD has gone back to zero.
Yeah, buyers are stepping in.
But it's not. I mean, yeah. Okay, we just had a bunch of buyers step in right then. You had three. It popped 300. 95, I guess, is our next look at. So this is one time I did not listen to myself, and thank goodness I didn't just go short there because I'd have got whacked. but I didn't feel confident in it, so I didn't take a trade on it. How about that, boys and girls? CBD plus 500. You got orders all around us. It's just dark crimson red all around it. I mean, I look for it to test 6,000. If it gets 95, then 6,000 is our next one. Then they cleared a lot of those orders up to the upside. So I don't know where we go after that if we do test that.
We are in the red gamma, so it is getting some fuel, pushing it. Looks like it wants to push that even SPX 6,000, so that could be 60-10 on ES.
Saudi Arabia cuts July Arab Light OSP to Asia by 20 CBBI. I don't even know what the hell that means, and do not even know why I read that. I thought it was when I saw Saudi Arabia cuts, and I thought it was gonna be something good, and it was not something good. Maybe Apple, I don't know. It could have been something good.
Apple out the gate looks pretty strong, so it does potentially have a reversal candle here. Nvidia kind of dropped right out the gate. Microsoft was strong. Google just flat. Amazon flat. Meta strong. Tesla, what the hell happened there?
Oh,
down 4%.
I still have not. Let's see what my down options are now. Do I need to go and buy them back now?
Yeah.
99%. I'd say I might as well go on and buy them. That way I can get ready to sell again, right?
Grab that. Take the cash. You want to get another opportunity? Have at it.
Yeah.
Micron Green, the lone wolf here. Let's see. Palantir down 5%. APLD is up 20%. What the hell? They had an offering yesterday.
We closed in bad boys right at 100%. So that's just damn. That's like a damn savings account just keeps on paying Tesla right now. I mean,
well,
funny story yesterday. Was you gonna say something? Look, finish what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say your entry on Tesla was just primo. I mean, at the time it was like, but
yeah,
having this entry allows you confident that even if you get executed, you're like, that's a nice win. Or exercise.
We had a little group chat with myself, Roy, and Snoop. If you're not in the Discord, you don't know who Snoop is. If you're on the Discord, he's a lot sometimes. But he sent a message to me yesterday in that group, like, called me a boomer, said, I bet you're sitting on cash. And I was like, no, I was buying Tesla and Nvidia on the way down and been selling cover calls on the way back up. And I got back, you genius bastard. I was like, yeah, there's a reason. Look, there's a lot of things that I don't do right. One thing I think I've actually gotten really good at is doing technical analysis and then buying into these levels. And then that's what I did on Tesla and Nvidia. I just set orders, didn't touch them. They were good till I canceled them. They stayed there forever. And all of them ended up filling. And then when we worked back up, I had really good entries on these because I scaled in. That's if you do long term, I suggest you scale into your long term just like you would anything else, right? Mm-hmm. Find your levels you want to trade at, put your orders to those levels, and just leave it alone. Don't look at it. Once I get full, now I'm able to sell 4 or 5 Tesla options a week. That's extra, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a week I'm making off of them. Typically about $500. Nvidia had been doing really good post earnings. Their volatility is down, so I'm not being able to sell the ones I want to sell. So I want to be far enough out where if it takes me out, I make really good money. But I also want to be close enough where I can make good money off the premiums. And right now, I'm not able to make good money off the premiums unless I go a month out. I'm not really looking to go a month out 155 Nvidia because that thing could damn rip and split. Who knows what it could do, right? So
yeah. Well, they are the darling right now. So the thing about AI that I was talking to a couple buddies of mine actually about. So businesses if the economy starts to slow, companies naturally will start to look to protect their margins, The inevitable thing is they'll cut staff, cut labor costs to keep their margins. But to be able to maintain efficiency, they're going to replace some of those jobs with AI and try to maintain the workflow without having the cost. So right now, the R&D for the last 18 months, 24 months has been trying to figure out how they can incorporate AI into the company. All that being said, even when the economy goes sour, if it goes sour, AI will still be in demand for these businesses because that's going to be their solution to get through the dark times.
Yep.
So,
and by the way, if you'd have took that 1 minute loan that it gave, 9 points is what it ended up going.
yeah, we gotta trust it, man. That's the thing with bots; they don't care
You
about
can't
emotions.
so much because we had this morning. You had 1, 2, 3 short signals that would not have paid out. So
Yeah,
I think you got to read the chart and then play it off what you see. I think any other time of the day we would have took along at that level, at that 82.75 level or whatever, and it got up to 92.50. So I mean, it's almost 10 points. I think any other day we probably would have took that trade. Today being how the market is just kind of all over the place right here. I mean, you look at the market right now. The market has been extreme chop right here, right? I mean, yeah, we had some big candles, but we're in a 20-point range, pretty much what we're in.
Yeah, you look at the 15-minute; it actually does it beautifully. You have one big wick down, and then you can see we're just there.
So typically, you would think right here, and you could actually probably take this zone away and just draw a zone here, right?
Yeah.
Because this zone right here, that's all your consolidation over from 3 o'clock this morning to 7 o'clock. So that's 4 hours of consolidation right there. You think here when it breaks down, yeah, I mean, if you'd taken a short term to break down, you'd have got 14 points out of it. But then it came right back. Where'd it come right back to? Right back to this consolidation zone. 15 does it really good. And you look, where did it come down to? It stopped at the bottom of this consolidation zone.
Yep.
So if you don't want to draw, oh gosh, who's fixing to speak? Oh, never mind. It's the Bank of Canada. I saw it popped up and I was like, oh shit, here we go. I thought Trump. Anybody watching home, you look at this whole area right here, it's pretty much a whole consolidation. I mean, all of it from yesterday till today, right? So you could actually draw a zone here and draw a zone here and trade back and forth. If you're a range trader, if you're a breakout trader, you wait for it to break one way or the other. There's so many different ways that you can look at the market, and there's so many different ways you can look at the market that's right. Don't let anybody tell you, hey, I'm doing this. This is what I'm looking at. And they're like, oh, that's the wrong way to do it. They're stupid. People think that only thing that works is the way they do it, and that is not right. This is why myself and Roy, we are always trying to learn new tricks, new habits. Why is that? Because there's so many different ways to look at this, and the market changes so much from day to day that you need to be able to look at it quickly and decipher what's playing out today.
Yep.
Right now, what's playing out? You got your range bound trades playing out. This could very well, if you get a break, then you get your breakouts. It could be a false breakout. Something you. Mancini said something, and I agree with a lot of stuff he said. This I really agree with. Breakout trading is probably one of the hardest things to do because only 10% of the days does a trend form and go all day. If you're a breakout trader, you trade this breakout. If it's not a trend day, odds of you getting stopped out are a lot higher because it's going to pop and it's going to come back, right? So you have to be careful when you're looking at stuff like this. Right now, I'm trading this I'm looking at this as just a range bound day. I took a scalp over here when we played it. If you look at the 5 minute on the short, I think it was right here. Roy, was that when we did it, or was it?
Yeah.
Right
VWAP was the first one,
just
and then
took that, got out. Thank goodness. And look, though, it's held, it's grinding up, but we've got this level that we got to go above, and we could draw a little line up here. I don't want there, say right there. and coincides with where we got orders sitting at, right? I just look at this, kind of drew a top where I thought the top would be. Well, you look at Bookmap, we got 200 orders sitting right there where I drew that line. So that's just, we overcomplicate this a lot. We don't have to. And you can look, you can see this. We've had a failed breakout twice in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Broke down, came right back. Broke out, came right back. Tested, came down. So now you want to see it break, hold. It's like we drew yesterday. If you want it, you want to break it, come back, hold, and then bounce, and you can take it along. Break it, come back in. You still got to be careful because it could come back up and it could false break down this. I know that's a lot. So you probably need to look at, in all honesty, let's look at this level too. You can see this came down, broke, retested. This is where we went short. Who knew, right? If we drew this line earlier, that would have been a perfect spot to go short. It's where we went short. Makes sense. Comes back, tested, came back, then went through it. Now it came back, held support, same thing. So this is kind of our range we're watching. If we can get a good breakout either way, which we're getting a breakout up here now, you would look for if this. They're putting orders right there. Ooh, so they did something tricky there that they do a lot. So get to 95, they pull those orders before it got there. As soon as it went above 95, they put them right back below it. The same orders. So that tells me they have no intentions of those orders being filled. They're going to pull them if it comes back down, and they'll probably put them back above it again if they do that. And that's where they're starting to play games. And when they start playing games, we do not need to get caught in their games.
Approaching the top of the pre-market zone also coincides with that level that Monty drew. So if you're going back to our kind of strategy we had for a while, it's still in play. If you want to break out, come back, retest, go, you would look to do that. Periscope-wise, you are about 13 points away from SPX 6000. They have rapidly decreased the gamma exposure there at 6,000. These little dots are the history. So they are kind of not positioning themselves in the 6,000 and may allow this thing to kind of trend up. It's in a bit of a red gamma. They have positioned more to 59.75. So again, kind of signals that range bound feel to it.
I just put a quick volume profile up to see where the volume was, and of course, this is since open. All your volume has been right here. Well, it's actually 5 minutes before open, so we could move that over. Well, maybe not. We'll leave it there. So interesting. So you can see here's your point of control right here. This is where the most volume's been at this level of 93. Quick look over. You don't have anything really sitting there. You got those. Ooh, they just popped those orders back. They did the thing. So it went below. They put the orders above. It just popped up. The orders are right below now. They're moving them back and forth.
How's Tide looking?
Sneaky shit. Tide is bullish. Volume is going up. Let's look at go through all of them. Holdings. Volume is trending up in holdings. So this is all your SP500 holdings. Let's look at general market Tide trending up. Well, kind of flattening out right before zero line. So it is still looking bullish. Everything. CVD is only at 500, so we're not really getting a breakout on CVD either way. But you got all your orders are from pretty much this level to this level. All your orders are stacking there tight. You do have some at 60.10 now again, but from 6,000 to 59.90, you've got probably 2,000 orders, and they're moving them back and forth. So that tells me don't do nothing. Looks like they could bring it back to 90 again. It just lit up really dark red. So we'll see if it comes back to 90 or if it holds here. 6,000. One thing to note about 6,000, level, there's 253 orders sitting there. They are not algo orders. So those should not be moved back and forth. Those should be orders that are filled if it reaches it or actually gets there. And I'm going to take this out because that does become a little annoying after a while, but I do like seeing it sometimes.
Candle by candle on the 5 minute to the upside. And it's off of anchored VWAP, so that 90 level would have been a good entry if it got down there for a long, but it only got to like 93.50 and then popped up.
Well, this candle that just started really ugly. It's just turned. Now CBD's back to 1,000. Yeah. So you already get some momentum up here. You can see why. Look at SPY tide. Look at the volume. So I'm still waiting for this top step to do anything. I'm gonna do the 6,000 break and take profit trader. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna need to see some kind of sustained move before I even think about taking anything on those. Your CBD's back to 700 now, 1,000. So it's telling you that nobody's in charge really. It's leaning toward the bullish side, which you can see we are going up, but it should be different. You should have some more. CBD should be higher than that if we're going to pop, right? And
right.
Just let everybody know, it's 800 right now. This thing could pop to 2,000 just like that because everybody pops in at once, and then, well, you're too late for it. So, but what you're telling you, what you can read is what's showing you right now. You can't look at what it might show you later. And right now, it's showing us that we're probably just range bound for a while. What do we have tomorrow? You got trade balance, initial jobless claims, productivity revised. Imagine that, and then you got the 4-week bill auctions.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just looking down. Oh no, not for payroll end of the week. There you go.
Yeah, Friday's a big one. The trade deficit numbers. Interesting timing on that deadline that Trump set for today. And then tomorrow is the trade deficit numbers. So I think he may.
Oh, you think that was a coincidence?
I think,
trade balance will come out skewed, and he's going to say, "Hey, we made deals with other countries." That's fake news.
Yeah, it could be either or, right? It could be a double whammy that he says we're in strong negotiations, and then there's good news on that on the data. He could say, "You see how good this is going? We're going to keep going this way." And what I'm interested to know is how much does the market care? So
I think the market cares a lot. I mean, I get what you're saying because I know you've said it in the past that eventually the market is going to become immune to everything he says about tariffs.
Yeah,
we're still getting big moves off tariff news. Anything tariff comes out, if it's positive or negative, we're getting the news. I mean, you saw this morning, I think we got that pop because things are going good with the European Union for what? Tariff talk, right? So I think we're still in that cycle where we're getting pops off of it. I agree with you. If they drag this damn thing out for a year, eventually that talk's going to go away, and it's not going to really. I mean, you're going to have you're definitely always going to have people that move the market with it, right? So,
yeah, of course.
But you're not going to get the moves you were getting before.
I mean, we were getting like 2% moves on tariff announcements.
Before. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely less than what it was. I mean, instead of getting 100-point moves, we're getting 20, 30-point moves.
Right.
But still, a 20, 30-point move.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in a game league play.
I mean, hell, the tariffs are the reason we tariffs affected everybody. It affected me to go back to micros instead of minis.
Yeah, no, it wrecked a few of my accounts for sure. On the
now I got to the point where I'm trading these 5 micros. I feel comfortable because I can make 10 points and make $200, $250 real quick. Yeah. The only reason I like trading the minis, I'm gonna be honest with you, is because I didn't have to have the moves, right? Mm-hmm. You give me a 4-point move, I'm out. I mean, there's $200, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if I need a 4-point move, a $200 move, I need a 10-point move, or actually 8-point move. But you know what I'm saying?
Which is forcing you to strengthen your strategies, right?
Right, and you can see where it's fine. worked on
Yeah.
trying to make it better, where we have better entries, and
Yeah.
overall, tariffs has made me a better trader. There's no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
It took a lot of the. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. There was moments where off screen I would get a little reckless on stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, me and Roy's done it both. We're trading off feel, and the worst thing you can do in a news cycle is trade on feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And trading every news damn alert has, we watch this stuff so much. A lot of the times you'll see Monty walk away, and you'll see, we cut the stream off a little bit early some morning. That's on purpose to kind of like not get so consumed with every tick and every news update.
Well, a lot of times, and this is no offense to you guys, a lot of times I can cut it off, and I'm not talking to Roy this moment. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just looking at the chart and I'm reading the chart. And then Roy knows, like after I cut it off, I'll send him something like, "Hey, just hit my daily about my goal," because I honed in on what I need to do at that moment. I definitely have some ADHD issues because I need to be focused on this, and I'm more focused on talking to you guys a lot and trying to teach you guys what to do. And it's no offense to any of you guys, so don't take it that way, but it's just in my head, I need to cut that part off sometimes so I can focus on what I have to do here. And sometimes it works. Sometimes you just don't read the damn market good, no matter what you look at. Yeah. Everything you do is the opposite. And then you start forcing shit. And the next thing you know, you've hit a daily drawdown of $750, which I need to add that back. I don't know why that's not there now. I'm trying to be disciplined enough where I don't need it there, where I can just stop. But I know me, and it's hard to stop. I don't like losing.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to lose. When I have a red day, that's why I typically have bad days, because I just don't like losing. I'm sure a lot of you are the same way, right? You don't want to lose.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I probably need to go back and reread that book, The Biggest Loser Wins, the best loser wins, because you've got to be able to lose some days and walk away from it. And I've been trying to work on that. So maybe I don't add it. Maybe I just leave it there, and I tell myself every day, like, hey, we're not going on tilt today. You hit this, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Take Profit Trader, I'm gonna start doing. If I get $400 down, hit 2 losing trades, I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
And I probably need to treat this in the same way. 2 losing trades, I call it. Boy, we went negative 200. You got Tide. Look at Tide.
Lutnick came out and said something. I don't know if that's related to this. And said we'll be doing tariffs on airplanes.
Yeah, he's talking about tariffs on. There's a big question on tariffs, counter tariffs. I still love the point when Canada's like, you know what, we're taking all your liquor off your shelf. And then we're like, all right, well, you've already bought all that liquor, so you're yourself. That was the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. They had news coverage. They showed them take the liquor off the shelf, and like, what are y'all accomplishing here? Like, I get what the look's supposed to be, but anybody with half a brain was like, hey, you already paid for that. I don't know. I'm sure they sold it out of the back room anyway. All right, here we go, boys and girls. We're gonna get this breakdown finally. CBD just went to negative 100, 200, just kind of hanging out there. It's not really doing a lot. So your volume, let's look at your volume is ticking down slightly.
Yeah, so tempting as it is to take an anchored VWAP bounce here, you gotta your signals are starting to show.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I think the best thing to do, Roy, is just kind of wait a minute and see if we could just break down.
Yeah.
If it breaks below this level, if it comes back, retest and hold, you could look. But right now, you got to think that if it gets down here, this level could possibly hold.
Yeah.
Because it has, right? So, we've had a couple of points, right? Drove right through it, but then it held a support, went right back through it, and held a support, resistance support. It's the same thing. Support turns to resistance, resistance turns into support. So, you got to be careful with that. They're getting an uptick in volume here too.
Yeah, it's showing a little wick. The 15-minute, the 5-minute was kind of could have been back-to-back reversal candles.
Yeah, so
1 minute showing a little bit of bounce, but it's got
1
a
minute.
big candle.
If it does come down, a 3-bar reversal in the 1 minute.
Yep.
But it's got to come down into, of course,
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. So we'll see if it closes down. If it closes down here, it's going to give a short signal.
Okay, here we go. Wow.
Yeah. CVD just went to negative 1200, by the way.
Not
That's what I was
chasing.
telling you guys. When it pops in, right? Now it's back to negative 900. So I don't know. Now it's back to negative 1100. The 1 minute is going to give a, bar some miracle here, it's going to give a signal to the short side. I was going to say I might have spoke too soon. It's pushing that damn thing back up.
Battle on anchored VWAP.
CVD is back to negative 1,000.
They did close it, just barely closed it to get the signal.
It did. Oh, yes. I mean, it hit it on the T on the 1 minute. I meant to take this short here.
Ain't not anchored VWAP.
So we're going to let this stay here. I need to run to the restroom real quick, Roy. Swap to yours, and then I'll be right back.
So we're watching this 1 minute chart and see if we get a breakdown. Did show the signal, as you can see. Did have a pretty good wick on it, though. But we did have a follow-up candle. The next candle did close red. So now we want to see continuation, see if it can break under VWAP. As you can see, it is trending that way towards VWAP. I would ignore this yellow line. That's 200 on the 1 minute. I don't find it that good. But we are playing this signal. That is the short signal we're playing. On the 5 minute, you are getting obviously a curl down. Those signals on the 3-bar reversal because there was no back-to-back green. 10 minute showing the battle at VWAP. Same with the 15 minute. These are nice size candles, but as you can see, you get big candles. You get the next candle can be a reversal right back up. So 1 minute left on this 15 minute. We are getting now another 3 straight 1 minute red candles. If you did take the trade, you're up about 4 points from the close here. Yeah, not a ton, but with proper size risk management could add up. Trying to look kind of a take profit here. Wouldn't mind it to drop all the way to the 200 on the 5 minute, this kind of yellow zone, 59.8450. But we are hanging around VWAP, so this is a important last 20 seconds on this candle. We flip to the 15 minutes. I want to see you want to see it push down this last 10 seconds, and it's actually doing the opposite, pushing up. It's now back above VWAP, battle in the 8. So let's see if there's continuation here. So pretty good green candle that formed on the 1 minute. Now what you want to see is, does it hold below anchored VWAP? Checking the news. Is there any news out? Letting it ask, what would US do if Vietnam drops all tariffs? We wouldn't remove tariffs or barriers reciprocally. So basically saying Vietnam's still going to pay a tariff no matter what, even if they drop all of our tariffs. Okay, I'm looking, my target here is this 84.50. We can break down. We did bounce off of orb low. kind of hit that a few times. So this will be the third test on the 5 minute. Orb low is 87.50. 10-minute chart, again, just kind of hanging out. Not seeing a bounce, not seeing a breakdown. Oh, here we go. I'm going to guess mine ain't that close to this computer. Yeah, there it is.
What happened to that drop just there? CBD is negative 2,000, by the way.
Okay.
You did have a up in Tide.
It's battling orb low here. And it is hanging around VWAP on trading view. Go to your chart.
Yeah.
Just not quite getting that push down. 1 minute is showing a potential reversal candle up, as is 5 minute, but we still got 3 minutes left on the 5 minute candle, but the 1 minute candle, of course, did close with a green hammer candle right at VWAP, but doesn't really mean that much in the 1 minute world, but we want to see the 5 minute, how it closes. It looks like 5 minute wants to mimic that.
Yeah, we still got a good bit of, still half time left on this 5 minute candle. So the 10 minute it did make a lower low on the 10 minute, which it made a lower low on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Now it's bouncing back up. CBD is going back to negative 1,400. You got a pop in Tide flow and volume. There you go. That's why we're getting the move up. The question is, can they sustain this move up? They're still playing these orders. You got 121 orders right above us here. And you got 100 orders sitting at 85.
So this 5 minute candle still has 2 minutes left on it. And not looking great.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, you say it's not looking great now. It looks great.
Yeah. Sorry, not looking great for the short side.
Yeah, what I don't need to close above that previous candle. If it does that, then we make a higher high on that little one there. So, oh, you son of a gun. Still got a minute and a half left on it too, and CBD has gone to 1,000, negative 1,000. Here's what's killing me, Roy. It did not take long. Look at that volume.
Yep, tick right back up.
Yep, and that's all it takes.
Strong move up. It missed my take profit by a point, so that's frustrating.
Yeah, I should have moved it in my stop up to where we stopped out and we reevaluate where we're at. But CBD is actually going back down again. It's now negative 1,100, negative 1,200. I need SPY Tide to move with it. Boy, if this 1 minute makes we've only got 25 seconds left, but that 1 minute could make another down signal, that would be beautiful here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
okay. Oh, okay. Anchored VWAP needs to break back down. We've got 5 seconds left on this 5 minute candle as well. So potential
it did not end up being as good as it looked like it was going to be. CBD's going back to negative 1,400. And let's just look at this. Your volume is turning again. So everything that showed there was no hope a second ago shows there's now hope again for the short play. Roy Easy, I think you called it right. That 15-minute orb low is what it's got to break and close below. If we can get a break and close below that, we could get a move down. But it's got to break that. It has not closed below it.
87.50 is the 15-minute orb low.
Yep. We have had 0 candles close below it since 9 o'clock when we had that data. Look, I just want a VWAP test. I want a VWAP break. And I want to test 200. That's all I need. Do that. We got a good day going. CVD has now gone to negative 1,800 back again. So that's another positive for me right this second. But negative 1,900. Are we going to hit negative 2,000 here? It's just playing around negative 1,900 now. All right, boys and girls.
I'm going to guarantee a $100 day. Move my stop down.
I'm going to guarantee a $6.25 day.
Look at you. Nowadays, I can't even get you a Chick-fil-A meal.
You can go to the app and go to Wendy's and you can get the $6 double stack meal.
There you go. Huh?
I'm more of a Wendy's guy. Look, I like Chick-fil-A, but I only like their chicken minis. I'm not a real fan of their chicken sandwiches.
I have to agree. I think I've eaten it so much that it just kind of lost its luster. Here's your orb load test.
There was negative 2,000. It touched negative 2,000 CVD and then came back to negative 1,900. We're going to go below negative 2,000.
We have 69 viewers, so I can make an inappropriate joke, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I saw this meme. It said, I'm sure you've seen it. It's been around forever. It said, Chick-fil-A's Pride Month poster. It said, our pickles don't touch.
Chicken minis are just nuggets, but it's the yeast rolls that does it dirty.
It's the yeast rolls. Yeah, it's the yeast rolls.
Has nothing to do with the chicken nuggets. I think they're fine. And look, anybody who don't know, if you have a Kroger, it's called, I think, Bare Naked. They have a little chicken nugget, and then you can buy the Sister Schubert yeast rolls, put a little butter on top, and then do that, and it's perfect.
Okay.
It tastes almost just like a chicken mini, and you can make it for a fraction of the cost, and you can make about 10 chicken minis for what you can buy one chicken mini for a deal at Kroger.
Is that why you cut the stream off so you can still catch the places for breakfast?
No.
Wicks off the damn orb low.
Yeah, it took me out there. So we're 255. That's everybody looks. That's how much. It's $4 is what your round trip is on 5.
You're look, we gained a viewer on that joke. See?
Maybe hey, we need to drop one back. I liked it when we were 69.
We could ban Dirty Harry. That would do it.
The 1 minute is going to play out, but it's not going to give you a signal upside because there's only one red candle there before it engulfed it.
Chop, 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 chop.
That is where we're at. There's no doubt. I mean, I'm tempted to go back short again, but I just don't like how volume. Well, it started to go up now. It's curling back. So I don't want to add it here. I would like to add it at back there. I'm viewer 69 all the way. There you go, Harry.
I update on some of my swings. I closed my SPY call yesterday for a nice win. Closed some Marvell short-term calls and closed something else I can't remember. Oh, MicroStrategy. Boy, got lucky on MicroStrategy. I have re-entered Marvell longs for the end of for October, not end of the year. And
good luck, because that chart, I did not like that chart at all. You saw my.
I know, I saw your notes. And then PayPal, I've entered some PayPal longs for October as well.
Yeah, I got to work on the rest of lead stuff. I'll do the nuclear stuff some point today.
Currently up 12% on my swings from yesterday, though, so I'm happy on the Marvell and PayPal. See how long I hold them. God knows that's a problem. The one I'm interested in cores. I think you liked cores too.
Yeah, that was a good looking chart.
Let's go over here. Look at cores. This is
go to the 1 hour.
Daily. That's the daily. Here's the 1 hour.
Yeah. 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah, using enough, you can see where you got room to run to if it goes.
Yeah.
let's see, where was that at? What did I put notes on that one? So on cores, I put like that trend is in. We had the gap to the upside that could be really nice if we break into it. We're right at on a resistance level that if it breaks could work us up into that gap. I would think if we work up, could possibly consolidate a bit before giving the next leg up. Need $10.45 to hold any pullback. Does that, and I would not hesitate to take it along. That is probably where I'm going to put. I'm going to go commons, and
Yeah.
I'd like to have about 1,000 of them, so I'll probably do 300 or so at 10.45. Then we'll see if we can work from there if it does feel. I don't think we come back at 10.45. I think if we do, it's going to be really, really hard to get there. So I'll look and see what I got levels at. That resistance, did it break above that resistance today?
Trying to.
Yeah. So I had resistance at 1181.
Yeah, it's at 12 now.
Okay, so it's above that. So I would look for 1180, 1150 to add to start my position.
Yeah, I like that. PayPal. I got my inverse head and shoulders and a very inappropriate arrow. Let me erase that.
I will look at PayPal today too, just for you, since you like that head and shoulders. I want to see how it plays out.
Yeah, cup and handle as well, man. Yeah, all sorts of cool stuff on the daily.
Look at, you don't see that cup and handle. Look at that AMSC.
AMSC.
Look at that big cup it's forming there on AMSC.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like.
I mean, talk about a name. This is why Led likes it, I think, so much. American Superconductor Corporation. Yeah. I mean, how do you not? Right? At the age of America First.
Well, if you look left, you can see last time it had a little cut and did not play out.
Yeah, no, it's still forming that handle, isn't
it? Yeah. It's forming a big ass handle.
Weekly chart,
though. Look, you can't take all that as just plays. Right. And show the Marvel one. I want everybody to see this ugly ass chart.
Well, the daily's not bad. Look at
the hourly is sucks. Look at all the gaps everywhere.
Yeah, so this is the daily. I mean, it looks like it's just MACD middle, kind of hanging out. Hourly, I got so much crap on my chart. I mean,
it's just gaps everywhere. It's gaps everywhere. Now, to its credit, most gaps have filled, except you got a gap to the downside.
Yeah.
You actually got a couple gaps to the downside that are not filled. So gaps do not always fill. But when they do, they do. So just be careful. And it's got a little uptrend I drew out on mine. If it can break that little uptrend to the downside, I think we can run back down and we at least fill that first gap. Yeah. I just don't like it. I would not trade this chart, period. Don't like it. Yeah. Now, MU's a beautiful one that kind of played a cup and then a weird handle.
Yeah, MU. Look at that 103. Look at it go. Good job, MU. I bought this stupid thing right here.
Yeah.
Sold it right here.
Well, MU is a play that I'm very familiar with that I played a lot in the past. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. It's always been one that I've kept an eye on. Actually, this MU was one I had to go in and I had to delete my. I looked at it, and then a lot of these levels I have drawn out already were already on there from so far back. So that tells you, and I didn't have to change many of them, and that shows you, hey, this is pretty good TA on it. So, I mean, this thing, if it works above that 104, 105 range, definitely could see 115. Yeah, in my opinion, it breaks that, and I put on there an MU. If it breaks above. We have a gap below, which you can see every time it's come to that gap below, they have not let it get in that gap. Yeah. Break 105 could really send this one a good bit higher. On the daily, we're still on a slight downtrend. 105 break would also break that downtrend. So where's it sitting at right now? 103.40. So if it breaks 105, it breaks that downtrend, and you could really see a mover up on that one more than you've already seen. I really like that. Looking back to ES, you did get a push up to 95 and a slight rejection. Look at these wicks, though. Put on my GF back. Yeah. Yeah, we're in no man's land right now. I mean, you could that 95 looks like that 95.50 level that I drew there would be a good place to short. That's been a spot. And then 88.25 level is a good place to go long. There you go. There's your range. Yep. 7 points.
It is a fun thing when you read it right.
Well, like I said, I'm up over and take profit trader, so I'm happy there. I don't have to do anything crazy there. Then what else? Breaks out here. We could see something now. It's got to break for me to even consider long. It's got to break 6,000.
96.75 break and hold retest would be the top of the pre-market zone. We are getting a little ways away from pre-market, so that does weaken as the day goes on. We shall see.
I got 99.
I think I'm going to take a break here. I mean, we are right at 69 viewers. I mean, this is just
I think we now. Are there any questions? Because we're we're about an hour in, and I'm about ready to take a break for real.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Anything you're seeing? We did go over some. We are going to start introducing swings and other types of charts like that. My great technical analysis on some of these, so we're going to kind of look into it. We are concentrating on 3 sectors right now: nuclear, AI, and quantum. Anything else we're not really that interested in, just because of the.
There's some other things I'd probably like to look at, but I'm not going to do the research that Led's going to do on them, so I'm just using Led's research to do my scale. I give my opinion. If you're on the Discord, you get my opinions of what I think could happen. Not financial advice. I'm not saying anything I'm saying is right or wrong, but I think I've got pretty good levels drawn out for you to see to make justified opinions on. So CBD is negative 900. Harry is still viewer 69. Oh, it was 68. Harry, did you drop off? I hope you did. If you did, if you're still here, don't say anything. So we say it was you that dropped off 68. That way we can leave that there. I think that's a great place. And once we go below 69, it's time to call it a day.
I think so. Guys, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate everybody being here. Today is Wednesday. We will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday, and then we will be done. So thank you, and catch you guys tomorrow.